Hey guys, Saturn Looms here, and today I'm going to be filming a tutorial for this Doja cat Tsum, which is designed by Ben's Rainbow Loom on Instagram, and he requested for me to make this tutorial maybe a month ago, and I just had so many other tutorials that I had to film. I completely forgot about it, and then I remembered about it when I didn't remember about it. He reminded me, and I'm like, oh yeah, I have to film that. So it's really quick, so I thought I would film it today because I am on winter break, which is good. So yeah, we're going to make this today. So let's get right into the materials we'll be needing. She doesn't really stand, probably because of her hair. Well, anyway, so you're going to need any type of hook. I like to use my Rainbow Loom hook, as always. You will also be needing a C-clip or stitch marker to mark your rows. You will be needing 2 black pony beads or 2 black bands for the eyes, or just whatever you want to use for the eyes. And you will also be needing some scissors to cut the eyelashes. You'll be needing something to stuff your creation with. I'm using my polyfill, as always. You can also use cotton balls, ripped up tissues, whatever you have around. And now let's get into the bands you'll be needing. I actually did the band count prior to doing this tutorial, so that's probably helpful. So for the skin tone color, I'm going to be using my beige again, and you will be needing about 140 for that. For the legs, which I did in turquoise, which I will be using again today. I'm using the same colors that I did on this one for the one I'm making in the tutorial. So you're going to be needing about 14 of your little leg color. For the outfit color, I used fuchsia, and you will be needing about 183. For the black, excuse me, if you're doing bands for the eyes, I'm not really sure how you do eyelashes for that, but for the eyelashes, you just need 2 black bands. For the hair color, I used fuchsia, and you need about 124 of that. And then that would equal a total of 463 bands. So it's not that bad. So now that we have all of our materials, let's get started on making her. Alright, so first we're going to start off by making the arms, legs, and the nose, and also we can thread the bands for the eyes. So for all of these, you're going to need your skin tone color. Oh my goodness, hair. Ah! Just dropped the band. It's okay. So you're gonna need that. Oh, and I also forgot to mention the materials. You're also going to want a helper hook, like a skinny one like this. You're also going to need a few of your fuchsia, they're both fuchsia, but they're just different, I guess. Like, this is fuchsia, but then this is also fuchsia. I'm just gonna call it purple. So you're gonna need some your outfit color, which is purple. So I don't want to be confusing. This is purple, but it's actually also called fuchsia. Oh, so confusing. Okay. So first, we're going to make the arms. And all of these are just magic rings, but if you don't know how to make a magic ring, I'll show you. So you're going to take your hook. You're going to take 1 band, and you're going to wrap it around your hook 2 times. 1, 2, creating 3 loops. And then you're going to take another band and pull these 3 loops on and reclaim. and then put this back loop over the front loop. And don't pull tight. And then you're gonna go back into the 3 stitches like that and pull 1 band through the 3 loops and not this back loop. And then pull these back 2 over this front one. So 1 and 2. And now we're going to repeat that 4 more times. So go into the cat band, pull a band through, and the back 2 over the front one. Like that. And to count the stitches, it's the teardrop shape. So, but you always count the one on your hook first. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need 1 more so I can have 6. Like that. And now that you have 6, excuse me, sorry. You're gonna go not into the cat band, but into the first stitch. Wait, 1, 2, 3, which is right here. This 1 band here is just from the first stitch. It's not actually the first stitch. You go into that. And now you're gonna pull 1 of your purple bands or your outfit color through and lightly slip knot so that you can get it undone later. Like that. Oh my goodness, I am so sorry, I keep yawning. So now that you have 1 of your little arms done, we are going to do, oh well, first you're going to want to make 1 more of these in this exact way with the same colors. And now we're going to make the legs, but instead it's going to be with turquoise or your boot color / leg color. So it's the exact same thing, it's just a magic ring of 6. And then again, you're going to go into the first stitch after you have 6 in the magic ring. Take a purple band and pull it through and lightly slip knot. So you're going to want 2 of each of these. So, oh my goodness, I cannot stop yawning. I mean, it's 11 o'clock. Why am I yawning so much? So you're going to pause the video and make yourself 1 more of each of these and come back to me when you're done. Alright guys, I'm back and I have made all of my arms and legs. And now we are going to do the nose, which is really easy. Oh my goodness gracious, I cannot stop yawning. I am so sorry. So we're going to take 2 bands on our hook, and we're going to take them and wrap them around our hook 1, 2, 3 times. Like that. And then take 1 more of your skin tone bands and pull it through everything. And now we're just going to keep that until later. And now I'm just going to string my bands, my eye beads onto my band. I do recommend using pony beads yeah, I would recommend using pony beads for this, because otherwise I'm not really sure how you would add the eyelashes, but you can experiment with it. So now there are my eyes, and now we can get started with the actual body of the Tsum Tsum. And for this, you're going to want your skin tone. Okay, so we're gonna start with another magic ring of 6. So this is the last magic ring in this, I promise. So you already know how to make that, because I went through it very slowly earlier. So I'm just gonna do my magic ring. And I didn't really say this in the intro, but thank you so much, Ben, for letting me film this tutorial for you. And I am so sorry for taking so long. So like, thank you for being so patient with me. And it's a really cute design. And it's super simple, so it's good for beginners. There's a lot of repetitiveness, so it's like easy to follow along too. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're gonna put one more, like so. And now instead of putting our band in the first stitch first, we're going to put a C-clip on the band that's on our hook. Make sure that you have 6, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Just yawned again. Oh my goodness. So now we are going to do an increase around. So we are going to go into the first stitch and put a band, not through everything, just the 2 loops right there. Reclaim, and the back 2 over the front one. And now for the increase, we're gonna go back into the same stitch we were just in, the first stitch, and put another band in it. Like that. And now we're gonna go into the next stitch, do our one stitch. I think I'll call these loops, and then the stitching, or that's the stitch. So now we're gonna go back into the same loop that we were just in and put another stitch in it. So it's basically 2 stitches in 1 loop. So next loop, 1 stitch, and 2 stitches. I am so terribly sorry about my yawning. I really don't know why. I'm just a little bit tired, but not that tired. So now we're going to do that for the last 3 stitches. Once you get to the one on your with a C-clip in it, or your stitch marker, you just do your increase. And then take the C-clip and put it to the band that's on your hook. Like that. And now we're going to do a single stitch and an increase. Single increase around. But this row we're also going to be adding the eyes on stitches 3 and 11. No, 3 and 9. 3 and 9. Not 3 and 11. I don't know where I got 11 from. 3 and 9. If I ever pause for a second, it's probably because I'm yawning. Okay. So we're going to do 1 single, and a single is just putting 1 stitch in the loop. So just 1. And then this next stitch, or next loop is going to be an increase. And now this next loop is going to be our eye, because it's the third stitch. So it's just like doing a normal stitch, there's just a bead on the band. Like that. And now the next stitch, oh my gosh, next loop. The stitches are the, I'm confusing myself and I'm probably confusing you too, I'm sorry. Next loop is going to be an increase. Next loop, single. Next loop, increase. I'm just gonna count. So this was 3, 4, 5, 6. This is 7, which is a single. Then an increase. And then in the next loop, we're going to do a eye, or your next, then the eye. I'm gonna say a eye. I'm so confusing right now. So now that was a single. Now the next loop is going to be an increase. And now you should have 2 stitches left, and we're just going to do single and an increase. And the last stitch is the increase. That was probably one of the most confusing rows. The hair rows can be a little confusing, but I will try to explain them as best as I can. Now you should have 18 stitches, and make sure that when you're counting the little stitches here. It's just they're tighter because of when we put the eye bands in. So this is what it should be looking like. And now we're going to do single, single increase around. So the first loop will be a single stitch. The second loop will be a single stitch. And then the third loop will be an increase. Cat hair. There's always cat hair in my creations. Like that. And now make sure you don't skip this little stitch here, because then we'll throw your stitch count off. So single, next loop, single. So the pattern, single, single, increase all the way around. And don't forget the little stitches from the eyes. My family, well, my dad is still home, but my mom and my sister left the house, so I'm filming now because it's nice and quiet. Because when they're downstairs, they can be kind of noisy sometimes, so I'm like, be quiet, I'm trying to film. And like I said in the beginning, I'm on winter break, so I think I'm going to try my very best to knock out all my tutorials that I have to film. I believe I have 3 more planned, and then I also want to design some of my own things and make tutorials for them. So today's Monday, and I have until Sunday. So I have 8 days to film a few tutorials. So I think that I can do it. And also, I know that in tutorials, I seem to loom, like, I seem like I'm looming so slowly. I mean, I am, but just know, in reality, I am not this slow. Like, it's just because of the position that I'm sitting in, like, and how I have to make sure that I'm in frame, which I'm still working on. So, please don't come at me in the please don't come at me in the comments for not being in frame. Like, that's just, I know that I need to work on staying in frame. But when I hear people say, oh my gosh, stay in frame, like, I'm not calling anybody out, but it just kind of makes me upset because I know that I'm out of frame and I don't need somebody to tell me. So now you should have 24 stitches around. I'm not going to count because I know I have 24. So the little teardrops are the stitches. And I can push my eye. Actually, I'm not going to push my eyes in because I have to add the eyelashes a little bit later. And now we're just going to do one row of single around in your skin tone color. Just one stitch in every loop. What was it? Oh, being in frame. So yeah, just positive comments, please. Like, I don't need to hear. You can give me feedback, but just not. Oh my god, look at that! I'm not even in frame. Work on it. I should put like a little marker, like a little mark where in frame is. But yeah, you can give me feedback. I don't mind feedback, like things that can help me get better, but you don't have to give me negative feedback, like, oh my gosh, stay in the frame, because I know that. So, yeah. What else can I talk about? Thank you for 439 subs. I mean, that's a pretty good accomplishment. So, thank you guys for that. And also, on my turtle tutorial, there's like 19,000 views or something, like, which is actually insane. So, thank you so much for that as well. And just for I love seeing you guys. Thanks for watching my tutorials and making the things that are on my channel, I guess, to the loomers out there. Because I love seeing your creations on Instagram. It's so fun. Also, if you're not following me on Instagram, follow me on Instagram. At Saturn.looms. Link will be in the description. Along with Ben's Instagram will also be in the description. And I'm pretty sure he has a YouTube. So I'll link that too. And I'll link my Etsy, my TikTok, and my Instagram down below. I always do. I think I need to just move my bands closer to me. But then when I try to loom fast on camera, I like let go of my stitches. It's just because of the position I'm in with my arms out, like trying to stay in frame. That's the only reason I'm looming slow. Slower than I usually loom, I guess. And once you're done with this row, you should have 24 still. And now we're going to start on the rows adding. Sorry about that weird cut. My camera just stopped, or my phone just stopped for some reason. But as I was saying, so we're going to now move on to the rows with the hair. It should be looking like this. So for the hair, we are going to need our hair color, obviously. And like I said, I'm using my fuchsia. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay out the rows for you guys and then go off camera and do them. You're also going to need some of your skin tone, which I have right over here, but you can't see it. So I'm going to do the first row with you and then leave you to do the layouts by yourself. So the first layout is 4 of your hair color, 10 of your skin tone, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then 10 of your fuchsia, or your hair color. So if you know what you're doing already, then this is the layout for the next 2 rows. So you can pause and come back to me when you're done. But if you are newer to Loomigurumi, I guess, and you're following the tutorial, then you can watch me do this row. I'm going to do one of these rows with you, and then you can do the other one by yourself. So first, we're going to want to do our color change. So that's pulling 1 band through everything and lightly slip knotting. So this is 2. Three and 4. And now we're going to do 10 of our skin color. First we're going to color change, so pull through everything, lightly slip knot. Zoom in so you can see what I'm doing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Like that. And now we're going to go in for our next stitch, and then we're going to do our 10 of our hair color again. So color change, lightly slip knot, and then 10 stitches. Like that. When you get back to your C-clip, just take it off, put it to the band that's on your hook, and it should be looking like this. And now we are going to repeat that pattern again. So this layout we are going to do again on this. So where there's a fuchsia stitch, put fuchsia. When there's a skin tone stitch, put skin tone. And yeah. So do 4, 10, 10, one more time and come back to me when you're done. Okay guys, so for the next 2 rows, this is going to be your layout. So it's going to be 4, 9, and 11. And don't forget to do your color changes. It should be looking like this so far. So yeah, don't forget to do your color changes. I know I already said that, but it's very important. So do 2 rows of this layout and meet me back when you're done. Hi guys, so I'm done with the hair portion for now, because later we're gonna add the actual hair, but this is just like the base, I guess. And now we are done with our skin tone color, but first we are going to add our nose. So I'm just going to go through the 2 holes under the magic ring. I'm gonna take my nose, pull one side through, go next to that, pull a band through, lightly slip knot, and then go through 2 bands in the inside of the head. And I did lie, you do need 1 more beige band. So you're gonna take, or skin tone band, and you're gonna pull that through everything and pull nice and tight. And there's your nose. So now we're going to switch to our outfit color, which for me is purple. In this row, we're also going to add our arms. So I'm gonna get my arms. Whoa, just hit my tripod. And I'm also going to get my purple. So we're going to do a single row around, but in stitches 2 and 8, we're going to be adding our arms. So color change. Don't have to do any more color changes. So yay. 1. Doesn't seem right. Stitch 2 and 8. I think I might have been looking at the wrong. Yep, I was looking at the wrong one. So the arms are gonna go in stitches 5 and 10. 2 and 8 are for the legs. So sorry about that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. We're gonna undo the slip knot on one of our arms and stitch it in. That's 5. So this is 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Like that. And the rest of the stitches are going to be just single in purple. Turn my ring light. Here we go. And after this row, we're still gonna have 24 stitches. And also after this row, we're going to be doing some repetitive rows, so I will do those off camera, just so the tutorial isn't super long, and it's really easy, I promise. So, almost done with this row. So it should be looking like this. And now we are going to do 4 rows in purple, or your outfit color, of just single crochet. So I'm going to pause, I'm gonna pause. I want you to pause the video and do your 4 rows of single crochet in purple around, and meet me back here when you're done. Okay, I couldn't help it. I had to sneak some footage in of my baby kitten. She's actually not a kitten. She's actually almost 2, but she's super tiny. Her name is Autumn, but I call her Peanut because she is so tiny. So she's been up here filming with me. Oh, she's the sweetest little kitten. Oh my gosh, I just stopped calling her a kitten. She's not a kitten. So yeah, this is Peanut. Say bye, Peanut. Okay guys, so I have finished my 4 rows of my purple around, and now this is going to be our last row of singles, and then we're going to start decreasing, and we are going to be adding the legs this row on stitches 2 and 8. So we're going to go 1 and 2. We'll take one of our legs and pop that right in. There's so much cat hair. Three. 4. 5. 6. 7. And then 8 will be our leg. I'm sorry if there's any background noises. One of my family members is on the phone, and I'm not sure if the camera's picking it up. I doubt it is, but I'm sorry if it is. And now the rest will just be singles all the way around. Okay, the family member that's on the phone is getting a little bit louder, so I think I am going to go off camera and finish this row and also go tell her to quiet down. So I will be right back, you guys. Okay, so sorry about that. I finished my row and it is quiet now, so that's good. I also pushed my eyes in. So now we're going to start decreasing. So we're going to do single, single, decrease. So you know how to do single, so I'll do single, single, And now a decrease. And a decrease is basically combining 2 stitches to make 1. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the front half of this loop and the second half, or the back half of this loop, take a band, pull it through these 2, and stitch. And that is a decrease. So single, single, and the decrease, front half of this loop, back half of this loop, and stitch them together. We're just gonna do that all the way around. I've been filming for like, probably around 2 hours, probably a little bit more. The video is obviously not going to be 2 hours though, so. Because I took some breaks. I had something to eat because it was lunchtime and I was hungry. And I also took a thumbnail because where I live, you might, if you watched my last Loom with me video, you would have known that I have a ton of snow. And it's actually so warm today, which is, it's 56, I think, which is not even that warm, but it's so warm because of the weather we've been having. So it's melted like all the snow almost, and so I found a nice grassy area to take a thumbnail, and I was so happy to finally have grass. But then on Friday, we're supposed to get like 3 to 5 inches, and I'm like, no. But recently, I've been taking my photos in front of the pine trees in my backyard, so yeah. So now we have 18 stitches around. I'm not going to count because I know I have 18. And now we're going to do single and a decrease around. So instead of 2 singles, we're just going to do 1 single and then a decrease. Single. And a decrease. All the way around. And after this row, we should have 12. And we are also going to stuff. And then we'll close it off. And I will add the hair and show you how to do the eyelashes, and then we'll be done. And by the way, this one, the one that I'm doing right now, is going to be on my Etsy, so keep a lookout for that, because I don't need 2, just like I did with the Olivia Rodrigo. That is also still on my Etsy. There's a lot of cute things on my Etsy, you should check it out. Link will be in the description. I already said that, but I like promoting my Etsy because making Etsy sales makes me really happy. You should see me when I get a sale. I get like the notification and I'm like, oh my goodness, and then I like immediately pack it up, unless like I'm at school or in bed. But if I'm in bed, usually that's like around like 11ish. I'll just like I'll go downstairs and I'll just get the item out and have it ready to pack up because I don't want to make noise. But I get so excited. So now we should have 12 stitches, and now it is time to stuff. So I have my stuffing here. And this is just like the big bag of polyfill that you get at Walmart. And I've always used this, and I've always had it in my house because my sister like does like sewing, and sometimes she would make pillows and stuff them. and like little plushies. So I had that from the beginning, and then I just started buying it for myself because I've used multiple bags while looming. Like in a year, I've used like 4 big bags of polyfill, which doesn't seem like a lot for a year, but that's a lot. Because I'm actually coming up on my 1 year looming. The first thing I made was like May 8th, I think. And I posted it. But like I had been doing like the happy foods and stuff before. And oh, now that it's all stuffed, looks so much better stuffed. We're going to decrease around. So every stitch you do is going to be a decrease. So yeah, I did like the happy foods for like 4 months, 3 or 4 months. And during that 3 or 4 months, I broke my finger. I think in May or April, I broke my finger. I don't remember, honestly. But I remember the last happy food I made was a mango, and that was my broken finger. And so I was very proud of that. Also, I just flipped a band on the floor. And then after I made, the first thing I made was a yellow peep from Ginger Cell. And I will have to I'll put her link in the description. I always put links of people who I've mentioned in the video. Usually if I just mention them, I just put their Instagram. And once you've decreased all your stitches, you'll still have a little hole. And so I just decreased till I can't decrease anymore, which is usually about 3 or 4. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And on the 4th one, I take my band and just pull it through everything and slip knot. And then you can tuck this in like that. And we are almost done. So let's do the hair now. And I actually don't have a lot of fuchsia left, so I'm gonna go grab some more fuchsia for the hair, and I'll be right back. And yeah. Okay, so I got my fuchsia, and actually you don't need a C-clip for this. Put it over here. So for the hair, what I did was I did 13 stitches along the top of the head. So I started right about here, the first stitch that lines up with the rest that is touching the skin. So that's 1. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. You honestly could do 14 if you wanted in this last stitch over here, but I'm not gonna do that. So now what we're gonna do is we're going to do what we call a half double crochet. So how you do that is we're gonna go into this stitch right here. Focus. Take one band, pull it through just a stitch, and don't pull these two loops over, just keep them on your hook. And then put one band on your hook and pull it through everything. And then we're going to go through the next stitch, pull one band through just the stitch, and then through everything. And then one band through just the stitch, and then everything. So I think you get it. I hope you get it. If you've made my Saturn design before, it's the exact same thing. It's a lot easier than the Olivia Rodrigo hair, because you had to do like all the individual strands, but it was so worth it with the Olivia Rodrigo hair because it turned out really cute. But the way that Ben designed this, I think, is perfect, because I don't think that she needs all that hair. I think it's nice like this. And also, I probably wouldn't have enough fuchsia to do the hair like Olivia's. Because I've only bought 2 packs of fuchsia ever. Of this fuchsia. I know this is fuchsia too. But I've gotten multiple packs of this before. This is the bucket from Michaels. I've gotten 2 buckets from Michaels, and then my mom bought me a bucket off of Amazon for Christmas. And when you get to your last stitch, well, you're gonna see these 2. So we're only gonna do this one. Full stitch. Because this is not technically a stitch. That's just the slip knotted part of the first band. So now it looks like this. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna do that one more time. So what we're gonna do is pinch and then put your band, or put your hook back through like this. And to make it the same, the stitches facing the same way, what you can just go straight through like this, but I like to go through the back. I'm pretty sure it's called like reverse stitch. It's a little bit harder, but it's pretty worth it, I'd say. And we're still doing half double crochets. So I'm going, what did I just pull? I don't know. In through the back of the stitch. One band through just the stitch, or the loop. And then one band through everything. Like that. And that's how you do the hair. So, through the back, and through everything. If you know how to do the reverse stitch, it's really easy. But if you don't, then you can just go through the front of the stitch. But I personally like how it looks better with the stitches facing the same way, because that's what I did on this one. It looks so weird without the eyelashes, oh my goodness. My guess is this tutorial is gonna be like 50 minutes long. So I always like to guess how long my tutorials are gonna be. But I have been filming for quite a while. So maybe even more. But won't find out until I go into my editing app and smush all the clips together. So yeah. I'm probably gonna try to film like all week. I know I might have already said that. I don't know. But I'm gonna try to film all my tutorials this week and just knock them all out. Because I'm on break. And this is my last stitch. So you can see there's no more. You can see the hair covers up. And what I like to do is I just go through one of the fuchsia stitches or your hair color stitches on the body part and just slip knot. Doesn't have to be super tight, but tight enough that it won't fall out. And then go in through the body and come and tuck it in. Like that. And now, last but not least, the eyelashes. I'm just moving my bands. So you're gonna want your helping hook and 2 black bands and scissors. So let me get down here to show you. Okay. So what we're gonna do is we're going to turn her upside down, and we're going to do the right eye first, which is technically the left eye, but this on this side. Stick your little hook through the pony bead and pull the black band through and slip knot. Oops. It's easy to come undone. Sometimes I just grab it with my finger and pull it. You want it nice and tight as you can get it. Like that. And then we're gonna do the same with the other eye, but you can flip it right side up and stick your hook through, coming in from the right side. And just slip knot. And I'm gonna push my eyes back in before I cut my band. Come on. I think that's good enough. So what we're gonna do is cut and then trim like that. Cut and then trim. And there it is. So this is the Doja Cat Tsum Tsum. And I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial, and thank you so much, Ben, for letting me film it for you. And I'm sorry it took so long, and thank you for being so patient with me. And make sure you guys like, subscribe, and comment on this video. And make sure to follow me on Instagram at Saturn.looms and Ben at Ben's Rainbow Loom on Instagram. And if you make one, don't forget to use the hashtag SaturnLooms and Ben's Rainbow Loom and tag both of us. So I hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!